What if you could change your entire reality in less than a minute, using a power that already lives inside you? This isn't a fantasy. It's a truth that has existed for thousands of years and was first revealed by Thoth, the ancient Egyptian master of wisdom. He taught that you are not just a body made of flesh and bone. You are an antenna of energy, constantly sending and receiving vibrations that shape every part of your life. Right now, this very second, you are broadcasting a frequency that builds your experiences, your money, your health, your relationships, and your opportunities. The reason most people feel powerless is simple. No one ever taught them how to control that signal, but you can. Thoth's teachings explain that what we call matter is simply energy vibrating so slowly that it becomes visible to our senses. In reality, there is no solid matter at all, only energy in motion. Imagine a civilization so advanced that their understanding of vibration, sound, and consciousness made today's technology seem primitive. They didn't rely on wires or machines because they understood that energy responds to intention, and intention shapes energy. Before his island was destroyed by a great cataclysm, Thoth recorded this sacred knowledge in the emerald tablets, mystical artifacts made from a green, otherworldly material that pulsed with consciousness. These weren't just stones. They were living tablets, containing what could be called the software of creation, the spiritual technology that governs all things. One of the greatest truths recorded within them was the principle of vibration. Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. This is not poetry. It's a literal truth about the universe. Every atom, every planet, every thought is a wave of energy in motion. Thoth also revealed that human consciousness can interact with these waves, influencing and reorganizing them. In other words, your mind is not a passive observer of reality. It is an active force that molds it. When Thoth brought this knowledge to Egypt after the fall of Atlantis, he didn't just carry memories. He encoded this science of consciousness into sacred architecture. Most famously, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Modern history calls it a tomb, but it was never meant to house the dead. It was built to awaken the living. Every angle, chamber, and proportion of the pyramid was designed to amplify energy, a massive instrument that tuned itself to the frequencies of the earth and cosmos. It was a resonator, a tool for expanding consciousness, allowing initiates to lift their vibration high enough to perceive the invisible laws of creation. The real secret wasn't in the pyramid stones, but in the knowledge behind it, the truth that vibration creates matter. And now, thousands of years later, science is rediscovering the same thing through quantum physics. When scientists looked deep into the atom expecting to find tiny solid particles, they found nothing solid at all, only spinning vortices of energy. Matter is not substance. It's movement. Everything that seems solid, from the chair you sit on to the body you inhabit, is just energy vibrating at specific frequencies. Your thoughts and emotions are part of this same energetic system. Every thought sends an electrical impulse through your brain, and every emotion radiates an electromagnetic field around your body. You are, quite literally, a human transmitter. Your dominant feelings determine the frequency you broadcast. The universe responds not to your words, but to your signal. This explains why certain patterns keep repeating in life. Think of two tuning forks tuned to the same note. Strike one, and the other starts vibrating too, even without touching it. That's resonance. Your life works the same way. Whatever energy you send out, you attract more of it back. If your main vibration is fear, frustration, or doubt, The universe will mirror that frequency by sending more situations that match it, not as punishment, but because that's the law of resonance. But when your vibration is filled with peace, gratitude, and love, your external world reorganizes itself to reflect that inner harmony. Suddenly, the right people appear, opportunities open, and life begins to flow. Modern experiments confirm this invisible connection. In one study, scientists separated a mother rabbit and her babies by thousands of kilometers. Whenever her babies were put in danger, the mother's brainwaves spiked instantly, even though she was in a submarine deep under the ocean. This defied time and space, proving the existence of a connected energy field. In another experiment, athletes who practiced mentally, imagining perfect movements, improved nearly as much as those who physically trained. They changed their results by changing their vibration first. All this reveals one truth. You are not a powerless observer of life. You are its transmitter. Your consciousness is the control center that shapes reality itself. But if that's true, why do so many people experience struggle and lack? Because most people broadcast by default. Their signal is filled with worry, frustration, and fear, which keeps attracting more of the same. They're powerful creators, but unaware ones. You attract not what you want, but what you are. Imagine your mind as a magnet that pulls experiences matching your most common emotions. Every thought and feeling adds to that invisible field around you. The universe simply responds. It doesn't decide what's good or bad. It just mirrors what's there. If your dominant vibration says, life is hard, you'll meet more resistance. But if it says, life supports me, everything begins to align with that belief. This is why effort alone often fails. You can work all day, chase opportunities, and try to force success. But if your inner state says, I'm not enough, your energy contradicts your effort. The world responds not to your actions first, but to the vibration behind them. True power doesn't come from force. It comes from alignment. When you change your inner frequency, action becomes effortless because reality begins to flow with you instead of against you. So how do you change your vibration? The answer lies in the Hermetic teachings that Thoth left behind. Two timeless laws that govern creation. The first is the principle of mentalism. Everything is mind. The universe is mental, meaning that all things, seen and unseen, arise from consciousness. Your mind is a spark of the universal mind, carrying the same creative power on your scale. The second is the principle of correspondence. As above, so below. As within, so without. Your outer world always reflects your inner state. The universe mirrors back what you believe and feel most strongly. When you understand these principles, you stop living life blindly. You stop trying to force change from the outside and start tuning yourself from within. You realize you've been the signal all along. You've been shaping your world through the frequencies you emit, through every emotion, thought, and belief. To transform your life, you don't need to beg, chase, or struggle. You need to pause, breathe, and recalibrate your signal. Your thoughts are like frequencies, and your emotions are the strength of the broadcast. When they align, the universe responds instantly. You can test this now. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and feel gratitude for something simple. The air, the light, your heartbeat. Hold that feeling for a moment. That vibration, even for a few seconds, begins to attract new outcomes aligned with it. The more often you do this, the stronger your signal becomes. This is the secret the ancients knew and modern science is rediscovering. You are not trapped by fate. You are creating it in every moment. You are not a small being trying to change the universe. You are the universe expressing itself through a human form. Everything you experience is responding to you. When you understand vibration, life stops being random. The chaos begins to make sense. The struggles that once broke you start to look like feedback, signals reminding you to tune back into alignment. There is no outside savior, no external force holding you back. You are the one who shifts reality by shifting frequency. So the next time you want to change something in your life, don't fight the outer picture. Go within, choose a higher emotion, focus your thoughts, and feel the reality you wish to experience as if it's already here. Because in truth, it already exists. You only have to match its frequency. Everything you see, everything you touch, every person you meet is a mirror of your vibration. Raise your frequency, and the mirror reflects a higher world. That is how ancient masters built civilizations of light. And that is how you can rebuild your own world from within. You are not waiting for your reality to change. Reality is waiting for you to remember who you are. The transmitter, the creator, the living consciousness through which the universe speaks itself into form. And once you begin to live from that knowing, you'll never look at the world the same way again. As above, so below, as within, so without. This timeless truth reveals that everything in existence is connected. Every level of creation mirrors another. The outer world you experience is not separate from your inner world. It reflects it perfectly. Your circumstances, relationships, and opportunities are direct expressions of the thoughts, emotions, and beliefs you hold inside. If you wish to change your external life, you must begin by transforming your inner reality. Trying to change what appears in the mirror without changing the person standing before it is futile. The reflection only changes when you do. Your recurring thoughts and feelings form the energetic blueprint from which the universe constructs your experiences. They create the atmosphere of your life, shaping the events, people, and outcomes that appear before you. Therefore, your task is not to fight or control the external world, but to harmonize your internal state with the reality you wish to experience. The outer world is simply responding to the inner vibration you continually emit. When you align your mind, emotions, and energy with what you desire, your outer circumstances rearrange to match that inner alignment. This is why understanding the subconscious mind is essential. Your conscious mind makes decisions and holds desires, but your subconscious runs your life nearly all the time. It carries the beliefs, patterns, and emotional memories that set your energetic frequency. The subconscious does not judge or question. It simply accepts whatever is repeated often enough. The beautiful truth is that it cannot tell the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When a thought or emotion is repeated with feeling and consistency, it becomes embedded in the subconscious and turns into a program that runs automatically. That new program becomes your dominant vibration, sending out a steady signal that draws matching experiences to you. The process of manifestation begins when you learn to influence the subconscious deliberately. To do this, the first and most powerful step is clarity. Most people live in confusion, wishing for change, but never defining what that change truly means. They may say they want to be rich, yet fear the responsibility that comes with wealth. They may desire love, but carry a belief that love is painful or unsafe. These mixed vibrations create static, just like a radio that cannot tune into a single station. The universe doesn't respond to vague or conflicting desires. It responds to precision. Vague intentions bring vague results. When you clearly define what you want, You send a direct message to the universal field of energy, and it begins to respond. Clarity means becoming the architect of your life. Sit quietly, away from distractions, and ask yourself what you truly want to experience. Not what others expect, not what you think is possible, but what your soul truly desires. Be specific. Write it down. Describe it with as much detail as you can. How do you want your daily life to look and feel? What kind of home do you live in? What kind of work fulfills you? What does love look like for you? Writing these details is not fantasy. It is creation. It's the act of giving the universe a clear design to work from. A vague wish is like scattered light. It illuminates nothing. A focused intention is like a laser. It has the power to cut through limitation and manifest form. Once you define your desire with clarity, you must give it energy. A blueprint without energy remains only on paper. The energy that fuels manifestation comes from imagination and emotion. These are the second and third keys, and they must work together. Imagination is the creative instrument of the mind. Emotion is the amplifier of the heart. When they merge, creation begins. Visualization is not idle daydreaming. It is a sacred practice of mental rehearsal. When you close your eyes and imagine yourself living your desired reality, your brain and nervous system respond as though it were actually happening. Your body produces the same chemical signals and emotional responses it would if the event were real. In that moment, you are teaching your subconscious what your new normal feels like. The more real the vision feels, the more quickly your subconscious accepts it as truth. To make this practice powerful, use all your senses. Don't see yourself as if you're watching a movie. Step into the scene and experience it firsthand. Feel the warmth of the sun through the window of your dream home. Hear the laughter of the person you love beside you. Smell the scent of your favorite coffee in the morning. Feel the calm confidence of being financially free or physically healthy. The more vivid the experience, the faster it becomes imprinted in your inner world. Yet visualization alone is not enough. The missing ingredient that gives it power is emotion. Thought forms the image. Emotion gives it life. You cannot manifest abundance while feeling lack, or love while feeling lonely. You must feel the emotion of already having what you desire. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the relief, the freedom, and the peace as if it were happening now. Emotion is energy in motion. It moves your desire from the realm of thought into the realm of experience. When imagination and emotion unite, they create coherence between the mind and heart. This coherence sends the strongest, clearest signal possible to the universe. Energy begins to organize itself according to that signal. You are no longer hoping or wishing. You are vibrating in alignment with the outcome. The universe, by law, must mirror that frequency back to you through circumstances, people, and events that match your internal state. This is the true secret. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you are. Transformation, therefore, is an inner process first. It begins with clarity, deepens through imagination, and is powered by emotion. When you practice these consistently, your subconscious reprograms itself, and your outer life begins to shift in remarkable ways. Opportunities appear, relationships change, and new possibilities open effortlessly. You begin to live from alignment rather than struggle. The outer mirror of your life becomes clear, bright, and faithful to the truth you hold within. This is the essence of creation: to know what you want, to see it clearly, to feel it deeply, and to embody it now. When you master this inner alignment, the world around you reshapes itself in harmony with your vibration. What was once distant becomes familiar. What was once a dream becomes your lived reality, and what was once imagined becomes undeniable truth. When you allow yourself to feel the emotion of what you desire as if it's already real, you begin to merge with the vibration of that thing. You are no longer wishing or waiting. You become the energy of it. In that state, time and space collapse. The future starts to flow into your present moment, and your energy begins to shift. Even 5 or 10 minutes a day of genuinely feeling your desire as real can completely change your frequency. Your entire field starts to realign. The air around you feels lighter. Your thoughts grow calmer. Possibilities begin to open. But at this point, when the energy is building, a subtle trap often appears. It's quiet, but it's powerful enough to reverse everything if you don't recognize it. It happens when you've done everything right. You've set your intention with perfect clarity. You've imagined your dream with color, detail, and emotion. You've felt the gratitude of having it, the relief of it being done, the joy of it being real. You can almost taste it. Your vibration is high. Your spirit is alive. And then you open your eyes, and nothing in your outer world seems to have changed. The account balance is the same. The phone hasn't rung. The healing hasn't come. The relationship hasn't appeared. And that's the exact moment when most people unknowingly press the cancel button on their manifestation. A quiet voice begins to speak from the background of the mind. This isn't working. Who am I kidding? I've tried before. It's never going to happen. Those thoughts seem harmless, but they are signals, vibrational cancellations, that tell the universe you don't believe what you asked for is possible. Each doubt weakens the energy you just built. Each fear reverses the current of creation. The seed you planted begins to dry up not because it lacks power, but because you stopped watering it with faith. That is why the fourth key, and perhaps the hardest of all, is unwavering faith. This isn't blind optimism or naive positivity. It's a deep, calm trust in the unseen process of life. It's knowing that once your intention is planted in your subconscious and fed with emotion, the seed will sprout at the right time. You don't dig up a seed every day to see if it's growing. You trust that beneath the soil, life is happening. Faith is what keeps the energy alive when you can't see results yet. It's what keeps you walking when the road is foggy. It's knowing that the gears of the universe are already turning in your favor. Lack of faith often shows up as lack of movement. If you truly believed something was guaranteed, would you hesitate? If you knew your new business would succeed, wouldn't you start it joyfully? If you knew you'd meet the right person soon, wouldn't you take care of yourself and live like someone preparing for love? Inaction is rarely laziness. It's disbelief disguised as logic. When you believe, you move. You take inspired steps not because you need proof, but because you already have certainty inside you. Faith is choosing to act from the vibration of, it's done. Even before there's evidence, it's walking as the person you've already become, not the person still waiting. But even faith has a final companion. There is one more step that completes the circle, and without it, even strong belief can turn into pressure and block the flow. The fifth key is the paradox of letting go. After setting your intention, feeling it deeply, and trusting it completely, you must release it. You must let go, not because you stop caring, but because you trust so deeply that you no longer need to control the outcome. Control creates tension. Tension lowers your vibration. The more you worry about how and when your desire will appear, the more resistance you create. The energy that was flowing freely now becomes tight and anxious. And what does anxiety attract? More waiting, more frustration, more delay. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means giving over. It means placing your desire in the hands of the universe and allowing it to unfold in its own perfect timing. Think of it like ordering your favorite meal at a restaurant. You tell the waiter what you want, and then you relax. You trust that the chef knows the recipe, knows the timing, knows the process. You don't keep running to the kitchen every 2 minutes asking, "Is it ready yet?" Because that would only slow things down. You trust the system. The universe works the same way. You've placed your order through your vibration. Now your task is to enjoy the moment and stay aligned. The how and when are not your job. Detachment isn't indifference. It's the highest expression of faith. It's the deep knowing that what is meant for you cannot miss you. It's the confidence that the universe already knows the shortest, most graceful path to your desire. When you let go of the need to control, you rise back into high frequency, into peace, gratitude, and trust. Those are the emotions that magnetize your desires to you. When you're calm, you're in flow. When you're relaxed, the universe can finally move. To stay in this receptive energy while you wait, practice small habits that keep your vibration high. Start and end your day by naming 3 things you're truly grateful for. Gratitude opens your energy and anchors you in abundance. Listen to healing frequencies like 432 Hz or 528 Hz to balance your mind and heart. Move your body, stretch, dance, walk in nature. These simple acts release blocked energy and keep your frequency open. When you do this, your desire can find you more easily because your channel is clear. You stop forcing and start allowing. You become an open space for miracles to arrive. The moment you truly let go, you create room for the universe to surprise you. Things begin to unfold in ways you couldn't have imagined. Synchronicities appear, opportunities align, and people show up at the right time. The flow of creation starts moving again. This act of letting go is the seal on the process, the final key that turns effort into embodiment. At this stage, the practice stops being something you do. It becomes something you are. Manifestation turns from a technique into a state of being. The real goal is not to get more things. It's to remember who you truly are. You are not a beggar asking life for favors. You are a creator shaping reality with your vibration. The car, the home, the relationship, the success, those are all natural results of inner alignment. But the true mastery is becoming the vibration of love, joy, peace, and abundance itself. When you live from that frequency, everything that matches it flows to you naturally. You stop chasing. You attract. You stop begging. You allow. You stop trying to prove. You simply become. This is the deeper truth behind every manifestation teaching. The power you seek has always been within you, waiting for your awareness to awaken it. Instant vibrational elevation isn't a trick. It's a decision. Every moment, you have the choice to focus on what's missing or on what's possible, on what hurts or what heals. You have the choice to feel gratitude before there's a reason, to trust the unseen before it shows itself. You have the choice to align with love instead of fear. Every time you choose a higher emotion, you rewrite your reality. You are not a spectator being carried by circumstances. You are the captain steering your own course. You can shift your direction by choosing your frequency. Every thought is a brushstroke. Every feeling a note in the music of your life. You are the conductor of your own symphony. The instruments of the universe are tuned and waiting. The audience of creation sits in silence. Take your baton. Feel the rhythm in your heart and begin. The melody of your life is waiting to be played, and it can become the most beautiful masterpiece the cosmos has ever heard. If you've come this far, it means something deep inside you has awakened. You are no longer asleep in your reality. You are remembering your creative power. To anchor this awareness, affirm it now. My vibration is my choice, because it truly is. You can choose fear, or you can choose faith. You can choose waiting, or you can choose becoming. You can choose to be limited by what is, or inspired by what could be. The tools have been given, the map has been drawn, and the light is already within you. You are the artist of your destiny, the creator of your world, the composer of your existence. The journey doesn't end here. It begins now. You no longer have to wait for proof. You are the proof. You are the vibration. You are the miracle in motion. And every breath you take is another chance to remember it.